Hello students, welcome to science class. Hope you all are fine students. Students, we were discussing the new topic, new chapter of class 9, that was diversity in living organisms. In this chapter we were discussing about the wide variety of living organisms, very few ranges of living organisms, like many living organisms are very small in size. They are just micrometer in size, and there are few organisms like blue whale, they have a very big size. Many trees have very big size, and many pine trees live for a very long life, and many few mosquitoes and insects live for a seconds. So there is a wide variety of living organisms, and we are going to classify them into various groups depending upon their similarities and dissimilarities. We took the mode of nutrition as the basis of classification, depending upon the basis like they are eukaryotic cells or prokaryotic cells, and also whether they live on land, air and water. There are many bases on which they can be classified into various groups. So students, in the continuity of that series, today our topic is hierarchy of classification groups. In this series, the three biologists like Ernst Haeckel, he came in 1894, and second biologist came Robert Whittaker in 1969, and the third scientist Carl Woese in 1977. They gave the classification and they classified the living organisms into 5 kingdoms. Right students? I repeat, Ernst Haeckel in 1894, Robert Whittaker came in 1969, and Carl Woese came in 1977. They together divided the organisms in 5 kingdoms on the basis of what? On the basis of cell structure. Right students? Mode and source of nutrition. First is cell structure, second is basis is the mode and source of nutrition, and third was body organization. Depending upon these factors, they divided the organisms into 5 kingdoms. First was Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. I repeat these 5 kingdoms. First is Monera, second is Protista, third is Fungi, fourth is Plantae and fifth is Animalia. Then Woese also divided the Monera group kingdom into Archaebacteria or Eubacteria. That we will discuss in detail in the next lecture. Now students, on the basis of the variety of these characters or hierarchy of characters, we go on dividing them into further groups, and we came to the smaller group species, which is the basic unit of the classification. What were these classifications? First was the kingdom, then was phylum. Phylum we say in the case of animals, and division in the case of the plants. Then came the class, then order, family, genus and species. Right students? Species is the smallest group, right students, which is the unit of the classification. Now see, we take a group of organisms in the kingdom. Then we saw that these organisms have some similarities and some dissimilarities. Depending upon their dissimilarities, we again divided them into phylum in case of animals and division in case of plants. Then came the class, then came the order, then came the family, then genus and then species. If students, there is a group of organisms in kingdom, there left only few organisms or one organism in a species. There becomes a one organism in a species because it is the unit of classification and it is the smallest group. So this is known as the hierarchy of classification groups, in which these 3 scientists, biologists, divided the organisms into 5 kingdoms like Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. And then came the further classification, which is kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, then family, then genus, and then the species. Now in the next lecture we will discuss in the detail about the basic features of these kingdoms Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, and their further divisions. So this is all about the today's lecture. In the next lecture we will discuss about the properties of these 5 kingdoms. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.